Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we can go with Portia Williams and Dennis McKinley.
Who was Dennis McKinley?
Well, her baby father and her new fiance.
Oh.
Now, y'all know a few weeks ago we announced that Portia was pregnant with that baby. We ain't know who the baby daddy was, but now they engaged.
Hey.
They happy. Another example of love after heartache. Is that like, that sounds like a Carl Weber book. Y'all who know who Carl Weber is? Mm-hmm. The real ones know who he is. It sounds like one of them before them hood novels.
Right.
Love after heartache, honey. And what's her name? Kenya pregnant too?
Kenya pregnant too?
What is the Housewives coming back on? It's going to be a juicy season, honey, between the babies and the hormones. Oh, this is going to be good, honey. And over-the-top baby showers.
Yes. I'm
here for all of it. Because remember how they used to tease, not Portia, Phaedra? Because Phaedra never could get the due date right.
No.
She'd be like, I'm due about this date.
I think her ass is just lying because she didn't want nobody to know.
But what? Because when she was with Apollo, and she ain't want to. They was adding up the months, and it's like, well, you got pregnant before you was married. Only foresight, right? If she only, that's the only thing she had to worry about.
Right.
Well, he's still in identity.
You know, that's that dirty South shit.
That is very dirty South. Because I didn't even get the shade when they were trying to do the math. Like, yeah. I'm like, why is it such a big deal? Right. I said, oh, conservative asses. The hell is that? Anyway, back to Portia. Shout out to Portia. Excited for Dennis. Did you do some research on him there? Who is Dennis? So we don't know yet.
We don't know who that nigga is.
I should say just a nigga.
The thing is, I put his name in Google.
Oh,
the first article that came up was who is Dennis McKinley 7 hours ago by the Daily Mail. These niggas be on it.
Damn. Did they say who he was or no?
Yeah, he just a 37-year-old somebody.
Hey, you know what? Smart, Portia. Smart. Get you someone who's outside of the industry, making their own. You can keep all that shit separate. Smart, sis. You don't need none of this. Yeah. Good for her.
Get you off. No, I'm about to say off-brand. No name.
Did you say off-brand? What's that store online? Brandless for $3. Yes. Get you a brandless nigga here. No, that's not wrong with that. It's good. Good for her. All righty.
I don't even know what he do.
It don't matter.
Let's see.
As long as he's not an opportunity. What is it?
They said he's an entrepreneur, but unclear.
It's where he works or what his title is.
These niggas are shady. These niggas are shady.
They need to. No, we're not doing this. I'm very happy for Portia. I hope she has a healthy, bouncing, happy baby.
Yeah. All fingers, all toes.
Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 184.
Yeah. 184.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review. 5-star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on?
Actually, I don't have too much of a check-in. I guess the biggest thing is that whenever I do head to Michigan, we're going to take like that week off. So again, I'm like getting the tickets and stuff, all that. I'm flying out a certain day. I'm just... So we'll either have another episode on Friday, and if we do, we're taking the following week off. But if we don't have an episode on Friday, we'll be back. Wednesday?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I
just want to tell folks that. But no, I have no check-in. I've literally been, working and trying to get a little bit ahead, so when I get home, I fully can disconnect. Actually, I've been having a lot of conversations with like family who's like been calling just to check on me and friends, and now folks are sliding in the conversation. So you work at Colonizer Valley? How is that?
What do you do out there?
And I'm like, well, I wonder what sparks their interest, and I really don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. It's a little strange. So what do you think about that, Daryl?
Because like when you name the company that you work at, people like, well, what?
How your background connect? I think somebody want to be like, you a lie. Next.
Yeah, that. Or they be like,
ooh,
so.
You see something?
Can you put me on?
I guess. I don't know. Not really. Not the way it's set up. Not the way the process set up. I can't.
No.
At this moment. I don't know. So I've been getting like a lot of those type of questions from folks that kind of throw me off, right? Because I'm thinking they're going to be like, hey, how are you doing? Your grandfather was a good bad. After that, they be like, now tell me about California.
Right.
What you and Niram doing out in California? Or they be like, how you get the job? I'm like, I applied? I don't.
How though? through the website. The application is really not that hard. Truthfully.
So I'm navigating that where I'm trying, because I'm trying to still be in I'm trying to be like in a more solemn space, right? Because my personality is to kind of be a little bit over the top anyway. So I'm trying to keep it the solemn space. So they're asking me about my job, and I'm like, yeah, it's nice. And they like probing more, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's lit. Like I don't know what to.
Right.
I don't know.
And you know, nigga, also you don't want niggas to be counting coins, because that's another thing.
Hey, come on.
Detroit nigga is.
They count your coins.
Niggas from Detroit is good from counting coins.
Oh, they good at mental math.
They surely. You work where?
In what city do you say? Look, they own their machine.
Right.
What's the city?
What city you live in?
How many rooms? Apartment or house? That's them doing, what's it called? What Taraji Henson? The Hidden Figures math, honey. Oh. They use the chartboard like Taraji did.
I'm saying niggas using the abacus. Niggas using the abacus to figure out how much you make. Oh, she make about this much.
You're like, nigga, how you know what I make?
And then next thing you know, Naomi, would you like to go out to lunch?
Or simple things. Oh, you came home. I checked them tickets. Nigga, you checked why were you checking on my tickets and no one was volunteering to buy a plane ticket home for me?
Damn ticket.
But you checked how much my ticket was gonna be.
I checked those tickets.
Yeah, they high.
Ooh,
oh, you coming
high.
though? Direct flight? I'm like, what the hell? You know, you got to be careful of that sneaky shit. That's that Detroit sneaky shit. And you got to kind of play stupid. I'm like, yeah, you know, I always got to keep a little piece under my bed, like James Brown told me.
Yeah.
I said I ain't had no update. What I do?
You gotta update.
I'm doing better at eating, y'all. Like I'm just cutting I'm eating like more realistic. Not cutting. I'm eating an appropriate portion. But the thing is because the portion is so appropriate that the food ain't hitting exactly what note I needed to hit. Mm-hmm. It's a different. Like I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Does that make? It's a little strange. Do you notice that near? Like when I'm eating really well, air quote healthy, right? I'm more particular about my food. Mm-hmm. Like I need these 10 bites I'm about to eat, or whatever these bites I want them to be perfect bites. Compared when I'm eating hot Cheetos, I'm like, just add some of that to that. Look, just add a little piece of salt to it. We'll be all right.
Well, baby, you know, you also could add physical activity to it. It just don't have to be diet.
I can't do all these things at once.
Just saying.
Anyway, Nero, you check in.
Well, I just wanted to go back to how niggas be counting coins.
Oh, my God.
Because, you know, I was having a conversation with my mama because, you know, I was like, yeah, ma, I ain't going to be able to come home.
Yeah.
You know, it just costs too much, blah, blah, blah. Like, Naomi just bought her ticket. And
yeah.
It's just not looking feasible, right? Like,
it's not
we trying to get home. Both of us are trying to get home for the price of what Naomi paid for one ticket.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it
just didn't work out. And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we started talking about jobs and, you know, my interviews and things of that sort. And then she's like, you know, and I had her on speakerphone, like, just doing some stuff. And Naomi was just there listening in.
Yeah.
And then my mama was like, can I ask you something? Mm-hmm. You ain't got to tell me the exact, but
estimate. I'm like, what she about to ask? I didn't know what she was about to ask.
I didn't know what she was about to ask either. I thought she was about to ask how much you make.
We would tell her if she wanted to know. Oh, would you not tell her the price?
No.
Nia, why you do that?
No.
Why not?
I don't tell niggas nothing. No. I learned that from undergrad when I got my little refund check.
That's why you gotta that's why you have to have your community of support, right? You have to have your peers that are y'all working professional, and that core peer of support. Those are the folks that y'all doing negotiation tips, telling how much each other made. But you say you can't go tell your mammy or your nana.
No,
you can't.
Absolutely,
because now they're counting their coins.
They count your coins too. So
that's why you gotta have a peer group that understand, right? Who got other nannies and other folks counting their coins.
Because they start looking at you as a nigga with disposable income.
Yeah,
and the income disposable on them. Yeah. Nigga, no, mama or not mama. Yeah. So no, she's like, how much is rent there?
And there was like a lot. He said a lot,
and I told her. She's like, ooh. Sheesh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how you can only afford one ticket.
Did she say, is that just to live? I think I forgot how she said, is that just to live there? How big is this? Is that a house? Did y'all buy a house?
Wow.
That is an apartment.
Wow.
And it ain't a new apartment.
And then all right. Look, and then
now she got to get off the phone.
Now she got to get the fuck on.
Talk to you later before you ask me for some money.
Well, all right, then I'll talk to you later because I can't. I can't help y'all out.
I thought she was about to say, I can help y'all out. Y'all welcome to come live here. That's what I thought she was about to say. That y'all welcome if you need to come live somewhere. You can come live here.
I can't help y'all niggas out.
But
let me hear her and get the fuck off this damn phone.
When they start asking me questions, when we start asking her, what's her rent? Oh my goodness! But I was telling you, that's a different shift, right? Like it's a different shift, and that's why I say it's always so important to have like these peer networks. And you might have a relationship with your family where you can share that, right? Yeah. But you know, y'all know if you do or don't, and if you don't, that's what's important too. Because imagine if you just with your family and you move somewhere and this was the cost of living, and of course your company paid what they weigh, right? So you're able to do it, but it's still expensive. That's something that you might not be able to get through,
right?
Like, and you've been and taught yourself out taking an opportunity that is excellent for you, right? That might just be a year of, paying a little bit more for housing till you get situated and you move somewhere more,
right?
Reasonable. So,
right.
Yeah, it's different.
But I was like, I thought that was a trip.
What?
When you talked about that.
It was funny, but she did get off that phone quick.
She got off the phone real quick.
All right, well, y'all be careful.
All right, y'all be safe.
I know she said, be careful, be safe, be good.
I'm praying for y'all.
Love the Lord. She won't worry about no visit.
No, I'm praying for y'all.
The thing is, I'm gonna be embarrassed when she come visit because I know she go and talk to her church friends. They paying all this money and they ain't about nothing.
They apartment ain't about nothing.
It ain't about nothing. Because that's how they shade you too.
Right.
It ain't nothing about nothing.
Ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing about nothing.
They got a pool, but that's it.
Ain't nobody getting in there.
Oh, shady ass people.
Oh man.
So yeah, I got that going on. Then I talked to my sister.
Yeah.
And that was interesting because y'all remember how I was talking about how I did a nude shoot a few weeks ago. So, my sister followed me on Instagram and on Facebook.
Did you tell my mom asked Nero about the National Geographic? Did you say that?
No.
I told Nero to send these our family and close friends a heads up. Because they're going to see it on social media. They might not see it instantly, but eventually that algorithm is going to come around to the front. So I was like, how about you just kind of give folks a heads up there? I'm like, to say, hey, I just want to let you know I did this shoot. Like, you might make sure you check it out online. Like, I really stepped out my comfort zone. To prep people. Neo may do it. He just show up booty black ass naked on the screen.
I'm a grown ass man. I do.
And so I know my parents, the way they set up. So I got to prep them. I said, oh, look what Nero did. I said, he's so extra, ain't he? At first it was just, I look like a little dots typing. The dots kept going and coming away.
So they was typing some shit and then they deleted it. And they typed some more shit and deleted it.
And finally, my dad was the first one. He was like, did he get paid? I was like, I think that's pornography. And the answer is no. And this is okay.
More dots.
Yeah,
coming and going.
And then finally my mama jumped in with her dots. This is interesting. Good job, Niram. Who took a picture of him? And I was like, a lady. And of course, black mamas. Is she white? I said, yeah. Yes, ma'am. I don't know what I have to do with it. This her. I was looking at the National Geographic, and it looks like she copied these pictures from the people at the National Geographic. Why white people always steal things? Ma'am. What does this have to do with anything we're talking about? I do not think she stole this from the National Geographic. First of all, I know it was shade to the white woman. I know it was shade to Nero. I wanted to ask, what did the people in National Geographic look like? Was it people? Was it animals? Like, what were you talking about? Right. Was it like monkeys? Like, what were you, ma'am? So that was my family's response. Nero's, yours.
And then my sister, I'm just so proud of you. Me and your niece has been talking about it. And, she was having some body positivity issues, and then she seen your pictures, and then she's like, oh, I guess I ain't got it that bad.
That was shady. She said, at least I ain't like Uncle Nero, honey. Uncle Nero big and black.
That nigga big as hell.
I'm just brown and a little round.
Right.
He big and black. I'm brown and round.
So tell me, how did you, were you really butt ass naked? And my sister don't cuss. Like, my sister is like,
no.
She do not cuss.
Yeah.
So tell me.
Yeah.
Were you butt ass naked?
Not just booty, but
just
naked.
Booty, just asshole naked.
She wanted to say dick, balls. Yes. That's what she wanted to say.
Yes, sis. I let my nuts hang.
Oh.
Whoa. I didn't know. You know when they
Why
do
they
these,
say it like it hurt? Ooh.
I didn't know. I thought when they did them news suits they had. So I don't know. That's why I just asked you. So you just out there. How did it feel? So it was freeing. Well, I bet it was. The air hit you.
The hair hit the ass when the salt hit the tongue.
When the hair hit the ass.
When the air hit the ass or when the salt hit the tongue.
Oh my God. I'm just so proud. I'm looking at the pictures right now. I haven't seen that side of you since you was little.
Baby, it's big. It's still the same though.
Thanks, sis.
That was supportive though.
Your niece is just so proud of you.
Please, she like, thank you, Jesus. She said, I'm good, honey. You saved her years of contemplation.
Mm-hmm.
Because what always happened, if any young folks listening, if you think you big now, wait 10 years.
Right. Wait till you turn 30.
Then you look back at pictures, but I wasn't even big.
Right.
I was killing it.
That 30 weight is different.
30 weight is different.
And that 40 weight is different.
I bet it is, honey. And that 50, that's why I'm trying to do what I got to do to at least maintain. The thing is, I'm trying to get to my goal weight and just maintain a standard deviation.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of the year, I'm trying to be at my goal weight. And then in the summer, I'll be a little bit littler, right? So I can look a little cuter. And then I want at least a standard deviation of 10 to 15 pounds to gain in the winter. Like I want to kind of be on that constant cycle. Mm-hmm. I want to be gaining and losing this 10 to 15 pounds of the year. Like I want to get to that point, right? I'm sick of going up 20. Like I can't go up that much no more. Mm-hmm. Right? I need to stay in this 10 to 15 where, just depending on the weather. Like I need to have a winter size and a summer size.
Oh, you're a bear now.
And that's it. That's it. Because, you losing 10 to 15, right? That's still feasible. It get you going and rolling. But, once you get over that 15, it start being different.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't got distracted.
I know.
Honey. I'm working through something.
So that was the conversation me and my sister had. And it was just quite interesting. We just talked about it for a while. Like, and she was, so what you gonna plan on doing with these pictures? Are you gonna frame them? Or are you gonna?
Well, we have a guest. I told them to put it in the bathroom. So when people come visit, go to the bathroom. That's what they see.
They just see my naked ass.
I said you should print out one, put it in the bathroom, or put it in black and white.
I am.
And see what people say.
You always want some art. There we go. It's gonna be my big ass.
We should put some on Etsy and see how much we can sell it for.
It's gonna be my big ass in black and white over the toilet naked.
It might go viral. Niggas might start buying it.
I know, right?
You never know.
Black nude art.
Yeah, because I can't get. Did you ask your sister, would she do it nude?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
She's like, oh, okay.
That's what you should ask her. Would she do a nude shoot?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she shot my mom. My mama ain't brought it up yet.
No, oh, please. Your mother would have been brought that up.
My mom like the FBI.
Sometimes, and when Nero made me mad one time, I started just to text it to her. And see what happens.
Nero, I already know what she's gonna say. Nero,
how quickly is the phone go ring?
Bring, bring. Hello, hey,
hopefully
ma.
she don't call me.
Hey, ma.
I'm gonna hit decline.
Nero, why you got your Duke all up in the air? Because she old school.
What she call it?
Your Duke. I don't even know what the hell that means.
It's anything that should be covered with clothing.
You got your Duke all up in the air? What's going on?
That's why I said Nero made me mad. I'm gonna just text his mom with no explanation.
Did you mean to do this? What is called revenge porn? Did somebody revenge porn you?
She said Naomi done sent me to revenge porn. That's exactly. He was gonna piss me off good, and I was just gonna text his mama, and hopefully I was gone somewhere, so he don't even know the context.
Nero got a dude all up in the air, and I'm like, "What you talking about, ma?"
Yeah.
What you talking about?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Naomi just sent me a picture because she keeps receipts. She let you know who sent it. Yeah. I done got a picture from Naomi.
Yeah, because she not good at texting, so she's just gonna text like hieroglyphics back. Okay, come on, Nero. We gone. We crazy.
I guess we're going into pillow talk.
Did you listen to the Carter 5?
I did listen to the Carter 5.
I haven't. Is it good? I don't know if I've listened to all the Carters.
No.
I haven't.
You probably haven't.
Do all of them have singles?
Yes.
That I'll be familiar with?
Yes. Let me.
Maybe if you tell me the era.
Fireman.
That's Carter 1. I'm asking you.
No, I think that might be Carter 2.
So that's what I'm saying. I should know, right? Because I've been rocking with Lil Wayne since The Block Is Hot.
Go DJ.
That's 1?
I think that's Carter 1.
I almost need to know the radio hit from each of them. One of the Carters I remember really listening to. Which one is Misunderstood on?
That might be Carter 3.
I think that was my favorite one. Like one of the Carters I really knocked with. One of the Carters was bomb. You don't have to go through it now. I just thought, I know everyone's been talking about it, and I haven't heard the one song. Has one song even been on the radio, honey? Did they not play? They not giving Lil Wayne his respect no more?
I don't know if it's playing on the radio. You know,
that's crazy though. Like, I don't know. He been in the game for quite a while.
He has.
You know what? Since at least 10 plus, over 10 years, 20 years. I'm doing my math wrong.
He been in the game since 1997.
Yeah, since he been like 15 or something, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he been in the game for at least 20, almost 20 years. So like, I don't know. Ain't no, we still play every song Mariah Carey come out with, and we all know how that go.
Mm-hmm. So Carter 1, Go DJ.
Okay, got it.
What was on that? Bring It Back. Oh, I Bring It Back to the bottom of the map.
That's Carter 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you just going through one by one.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Nirams.
What else is on there? I think those are the other two.
I'm talking about like what's the highlight from each of the Carters?
So
like because it's a genre, it's an era, right?
That was Carter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, you brought it up near him quick.
Yeah. Fireman was Carter 2.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that era, I don't think.
Hustle Music.
No, I'm not a fan of
and
that.
Shooter.
Era.
You like that song.
Oh, Shooter with
yep.
Robin Thicke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a fan of that one.
What else was on there? Trying to see Fly In.
No, I think that's it. Next one. Shooter was the only song I think I liked on that. My hands up, they walk me with my hand. I think it's the 3 one I like.
Mm-hmm.
Lawsuits. That's when everything started hitting.
Lollipop.
A Millie. Yep.
A Millie.
That's it.
What else is on? Mrs. Officer.
Yeah, I think this is the CD that
Mr.
I was.
Carter.
Yeah. I think the Carter 3 was my jam.
That was Carter 3.
Yeah.
Carter 4.
What's your favorite one?
I think Carter 3 was probably my first one. And then Carter 4 was 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yeah,
which is also John.
Nope.
How to Love.
Oh, that's when he was using all that whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
That
How to Love.
What is it called? T-Pain. That was the T-Pain era.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know any song. What's the latest song off the Carter 5?
The song that everybody's raving over is called...
has it been not released?
Yeah, it's been released.
Oh.
The song everybody raving over is called Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the fire song. I think the dopest song on there.
Oh, okay. I just want to give him, put some respect on his name.
I think it's a decent album. He got some good stuff on there. You can tell some of the stuff is old or like...
dated. Like he came out a few years ago.
Yeah. Because, the Carter 5 we've been waiting for that shit to come out for almost like 3-4 years, right?
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Who's we?
The world.
Oh, okay.
We've been waiting on that shit.
Y'all the same niggas waiting on Dr. Dre?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, we've been waiting on this shit for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of the songs are a little dated.
Gotcha.
I also feel like, Lil Wayne raps his ass off, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, he hasn't been out like with a real album, like a solid album, in so long that
that's different from an EP and a mixtape.
Right. That I think, and this is one of the things that I was having a conversation, truthfully, in my head about.
Oh, I
was having my own conversation. Is whether or not his flow is even relevant to like this day and age
what's
rap.
going on now?
Because we haven't heard it in so long. Because Lil Wayne used to be rapping and rapping and rapping and rapping and rapping.
Yeah.
And then throw a hook in there, like, cause he the type of nigga that just go up in there and freestyle like all the verses, right?
Yeah, and then
add the hook later, and
where it's the opposite now, where I bang the hook a little bit more.
Right.
Then, I can know a couple key words in the verse, but it's really about that hook.
Yeah. But
and Lil Wayne, it was I think about a Millie, right? So how when the beats start, like how everyone raps the first verse, right? Yeah, and I don't know many songs now that I can rap a whole verse to.
Right. So just even thinking about that, like, is this flow like relevant in this day and age? Yeah. And I'm going back and forth, like,
I think so, but it's not. I don't think it's going to get as much mainstream support as he's gotten in the past.
Exactly.
But I think he's now becoming more underground.
But I also think like all these other rappers are just like a continuation of Lil Wayne's flow, right?
Oh yeah, they're picking and choosing pieces of it.
So like I just think about all these current rappers. So
you know what I'm here for?
What?
I think I'll support Lil Wayne in a concert.
Yeah.
I think I'm at the age now because he got all his CDs, and the thing is, But see, he gonna play this CD. I can kind of go for a greatest hits, Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Could he do that? Now I don't want to do a Cash Money one though. I don't want that. I don't want that. But I could go for a Lil Wayne concert.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Oh yeah,
at this age though, like, I feel like it ain't gonna be as lit as it would have been a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But is Lil Wayne still on that bullshit though? He said some real problematic shit not too long ago. I hope it was just the scissor. Well, I'm just saying, he was on that shit.
Yeah.
Ain't no need for us to lie. What else is going on with you?
I can't tell you that.
What?
No, whether or not he's still on that shit.
Oh, I said, which can't you tell me?
But if
I'm hoping
guess,
he off it. His eyes look a little clearer.
If I had to guess.
You think he off of it? Or at least a hiatus.
So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So
get off that shit.
Man. I think it was an alright album.
Okay.
I forgot it was like 20-something tracks.
Oh damn.
It was a lot of songs.
Taking it back to the 90s.
Right.
Was it interludes on there?
Something.
Oh, okay.
It was like 23 tracks. Mm-hmm. I think he could have shortened it to 12.
Oh, that's the new norm. But when CDs, I remember when we were younger, CDs used to have a lot. Mm-hmm. Like you used to hours. Right now, what's it right around an hour and a half, hour and 10 minutes on average CD? But I remember before, you can spend a couple hours on a CD.
What I do like is that some of the nostalgic stuff. So he got like a song that's like a remake of Special Delivery, with Swiss Beats on there. He got another song.
Like what, Black Rock?
No, it's not Black Rock.
Special Delivery. You want that special
G-Dub.
delivery? You need that?
G-Dub.
Yeah, okay. Same people, kind of.
No, they're two different people.
Same era. They kind of blurring.
Two different people.
Okay.
So he got like a remake of that with Swiss Beats. He got another one. I think is it Explosive with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Explosive. That?
I think it was
Lil
Explosive.
Wayne?
No, it may
Smoke
be.
weed every day.
I want to say
I used
that.
to bleep that up. I said, of all the bitches and niggas y'all said, we blurring out smoke weed every day. Priorities, my nigga.
Yeah, Explosive.
Oh, Kavanaugh priorities. Misaligned.
And then there was another sample that was like, that was cool. Mm-hmm. And then he got Barack Obama on there. Like an excerpt of Barack Obama.
I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't even know how to unpack that.
An excerpt from Barack Obama.
I said, how have you niggas let me sleep on that?
You know when Barack Obama was like, you can't shoot a jump shot like LeBron, or you can't rap like Lil Wayne. Some of y'all niggas need to go to college. You don't remember that?
He did not say some of y'all niggas need to go to college.
He said some of y'all niggas. That's the gist. That's the gist.
If I was Lil Wayne too, I immortalize that too. Anytime you niggas forget. I immortalize that.
So.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for the album review, Nero.
You're welcome.
We doing pillow talk? What we doing?
We signing off.
Or you got more? You said we what?
We signing off.
What? Nero, who you shady talking about? Well, all right. That's it for Black Love Matters. Submit your kitchen table talk. That's why I had to look. I said, I know we ain't talking that much. I said, did we do pillow talk? Was Lil Wayne the pillow talk? Quit playing. Come on.
You want to talk about Insecure?
I don't have much to say. It was the season finale. I feel like I was just getting an episode. Why does Insecure only have 8 episodes?
Oh, no.
Now it makes me want to do a whole study on HBO. Do all the other series only have 8 episodes after 3 seasons? Like, I know sometimes that pilot season or the first season, it might be like 8. But I thought the baseline was 10 to 12.
Yeah, I would think so, too.
What the fuck is going on with that? They got to be pulling in the ratings. Issa, is this you? If it's you, I'd be quiet. But if it ain't you, wink twice if you want 3 more episodes.
Right. Because we want them.
Or 4 at least. Actually, I can go for 4 more episodes.
I can
go for 12.
I can go for a good 16 because they so short.
Well, the thing is, HBO don't do they don't break their timings up like that. Mm-hmm. But like I remember all the other shows like True Blood and them get a full ass 12 episodes and they was a whole ass hour. Mm-hmm. So what the hell?
That's why I said 16 because it's only like 28 minutes, 25 minutes.
But the thing, we amongst people, we amongst peers, right? It was a good season. Like I'm a supporter, I'm always gonna support it. This season was a little slow. Like it seems like a in between season. Like I don't know, maybe it's building for something else.
That's what they said in the wind down. Like I feel like, they were saying like everything was a setup for
the next season. Well, they should have did a web series to set up for. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of that like if ended and it was good. Like it was a good show, right? Of course, but at the end I was like, okay, but we just getting rocking. Like I needed this finale to be episode 4. Like, this is like the mid-series finale. I feel
Right.
like it.
What's
Take
that
2
nigga
weeks,
name?
wait, and then come on back.
Nate. That ain't his name.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Like, we still don't know like what that nigga do while he was gone.
He said he was got depression and social anxiety. But again,
So that nigga just went back to his mama couch and
that's what
smoked
I'm
weed.
saying. What?
Like, I need a dural.
Like, even when he was in front of her, he was like, sometimes I get nervous, I can't talk around people. Okay, nigga, but what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Well, first of all, the episode was 30-something lie. You know what? Blacks, okay, slow down, Donald Trump. The black folks, we don't crack, and everyone looks gorgeous in this movie, right? In this picture. Melanin's popping, makeup's popping, outfits popping, hair's popping. But ain't no one in this show under 30. Maybe what's his Lawrence, because he got a bare face. No one in this show is clocking under 30, and you're not fooling anyone.
Where's your imagination?
No, I just want to call a thing, and I love them just like I just do Queen Shilla or Hollywood. Hollywood not 25.
We going back to that.
The cast of Insecure ain't nobody 29.
Now you about to get me to pull out receipts.
Nobody's 29 in this cast. Okay? So let's just 30. It should have been called 30 Lie.
Stupid.
Ain't nobody. No, I want y'all to be clear. They're gorgeous. They're popping, right? But ain't nobody in there in the 26, 27, 28, 26, 27 lie.
Oh, hating ass.
Who on there look 28, 29? Who? Lawrence is the only one, maybe. And that's just because he cut his beard. And his skin, he in the gym. That's what happened when you get treated for STDs.
What?
Look, never mind. I'm not going down this story. Maybe if y'all sweet, I'll tell you this story about STDs and looking young. I'll tell you that. What are you looking up, Nero?
I'm looking at everybody's Wikipedia.
Pull it up.
So I can figure out how old they are.
Well, how old is everybody?
Issa's 33 in real life. Oh, shit. Jay Ellis is 36.
I'm not lying. Y'all not till with these middle-aged niggas.
Yvonne Orgy is 34.
These niggas is middle-aged. They us, Nero. That'd be like me going up there and playing, talk about, oh, Nyambi 25. 25 lie. Nyambi probably got 4 kids, a dog, a mortgage, a divorce, everything.
Amanda Seals is 37.
Come on. But the thing, I don't want y'all to be shady. I'm not saying it. They look gorgeous, right? Everyone's popping, right? But
Daniel is 30.
don't do this. Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this to people. I'm just not gonna say nothing. How old is Issa again?
33. So she's only 3 years off from what she's playing.
That it's a difference between 27 and 33. And everyone can vouch for me. It is a difference. Even Issa can. Thank you. I told you. I rest my case. Like, they stretched on that one. Maybe shouldn't have said 30. Like, they made this 30 thing like a big milestone. Like, even if it was just called 30 something, I think I could have digested it a little bit better. But when they was like, I'm 29 and 30, then the thing is, I think because they face look old, and when they be doing young shit, because one thing I hate is an old fool. I can do young and dumb, but I can't stand an old fool.
It's a disconnect.
Yeah. And I'd be like, damn, these bitches too old for this. And it is. What? I'm sorry, go back to my note. Nero's mad because I done told the truth.
Oh, Issa was lived in Potomac. Oh, she got good money.
Oh, Potomac. Yeah. Well, I think she come from a middle class black background. I don't think she ever claimed to be from the gutter snipe.
No.
Never. Come on, Nero.
Her daddy is a pediatric daughter.
Yeah. He said she came from a middle class. You know, certain parts over in LA, I know y'all be repping. I ain't gonna say the blocks. Y'all be repping over there, and y'all living pretty decent. Yeah, I always say y'all niggas in Inglewood and shit got palm trees. It's a different life.
It is.
We don't got no palm trees.
Ain't no.
One time in Detroit, it scared me so bad. We got these. It's so bad in Detroit. We got these beetles that killed the trees.
Oh yeah.
And you remember that one year? Like, it was like trees on the block, and then the next winter all the trees were gone. Like, it wasn't even no tree, it wasn't no joy. I was like, don't we need trees to breathe? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
like, it made the block, I think it was actually at my grandparents' house, and I drove around the corner. I said, these niggas done took the trees.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that.
It looked different.
Like, one block, like one year we came back and like all the trees in front of the house was just leveled. And it was just stumps.
And I'm was like, what the
And it's like, what the hell happened to all the trees? The Beatles killed them.
No, I think the white people did.
And it's like all the trees on all the blocks
in Detroit. Meanwhile, we had them fine ass caterpillars and masks that the trees still standing.
Yeah.
Back to Insecure. 30-something line. And let's just go through each character for the folks who won't give it away. Molly was a little self-full, selfish, depends on your lens that day, this season. At work, she was on shit, and personal life, she was in shit, right? So she tried to play the game at work, and it ain't work. The thing is, she trying to play white games with niggas.
No,
and you can't play white games with niggas, just like you can't play nigga games with white people. You got to know, you have to, sis, rule number 1, know your audience. And you did not know your audience. Where she should have get in where she fit in with some sisters, and let them sisters cultivate and groom her for at least 6 months. Fill them hoes out for 6 months. See if they about their shit. If they ain't about their shit, then you move on, right? Because then you said you done tried it, right? But she seen the Morehouse humble man, and she liked that he was getting certain shit, but he did Morehouse things. Mm-hmm. And once he felt that manhood was, it's fragile, right? No offense, Morehouse. Y'all, sometimes y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all be a little fragile.
It's just, I think it was interesting.
She just did not play the politics correctly.
I think it was an interesting dynamic that
she came in there like a white man.
She did.
And that is exactly what Molly came in there like a white man at a black firm.
And truthfully, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, get your stuff, sis. But I think when you're dealing with like black dynamics, it's
different.
It's a lot more different.
Yeah,
it's like what we was talking about the black mama, how she's sacred, right?
Yep.
Like, white people don't give a fuck about their damn mama. They cuss them out, call her a dirty slut and everything else.
Care about mama.
No, they don't.
It's just different.
Well, they tell them differently, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with the black family, it's all types of other shit. And I think she did not play the black
dynamics,
the black politics with this one, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's like when she went to the sisters, and she could have fit in there and
they welcomed her though. It wasn't like they didn't shade her. Now they shaded her out of like, yeah, Molly, do what the fuck you got to do, right? Mm-hmm. But they didn't. They welcomed her,
right?
Open armed.
And then she burnt that bridge.
Be on our case, sis. Yeah. Let us cultivate you, sis. Yeah, Morehouse. Yeah, he funny, but roll with us, sis. Like.
And then she burnt that bridge.
She didn't even learn, right? She tried to jump in, and she was carrying some residual white privilege on her from her previous firm, right? We knew it was something when she got an attitude to be like, oh, y'all don't have electronic carriers? No, bitch, we got the mailman. Right.
And
instead of being funny, right, you ride it out for a few months, and then the staff meeting be like, I got a suggestion.
Right.
Like, what I'm saying? Try to help folk move over. Don't come from a place of judgment. Come from a place of support and moving forward.
I think she tried to shake the table too quick.
Mm-hmm. But unnecessary shit, though.
Unnecessarily, because I'm like, I kind of feel like the other niggas like, hold up, like, we don't even know you, sis.
Yeah.
Your ass new here.
Yeah.
Your shit's still yellow.
Yeah.
The fuck you coming over here with this bullshit?
And if she was gonna shake the table, it should have been like it was opportunities to shake the table, but it should have been that other stuff, right? So instead of kind of going behind the back, she'd have went to the brother, be like, "Oh, now you humble, Mr. Sir." Like even Issa giving her good advice, like, "Why don't you go break bread with him?" To be like,
right,
what's going on?
Niggas like to break bread.
Either way, right? Mm-hmm. So even the point where she felt like he did her a certain type of way, which I do think he did, right? That could have been an opportunity for some type of communication to happen. Mm-hmm. And then even after, when she knew exactly what she was doing, she wasn't helping the client. She was trying to make herself look good. Mm-hmm. She could have went and even said, you know what, I did this. If I overstep, I ain't mean to, but we going to be a team on it. Like it was opportunities for those types of things to happen. Mm-hmm. And I just want Molly to be smart. Because I think she's brilliant, right? So I think regardless of what's happening, she's always going to thrive in her career. But right now, she needs to shift that dynamic, right? Mm-hmm. She needs to shift the dynamic to focus a little bit more on personal.
Right.
Focus a little bit more on self. I'm not saying stop at work, but it would have been a nice point for you to tag on with the sisters, learn the background dynamics for about 6 months to a year, right? And focus on some yoga, self-care, and doing some therapy. And once that balance out, then shift back out, right? Like this would have been a perfect time for her to do something like that and be supported in doing so in the workplace. And I think that was an opportunity that was missed. And I'm not saying the workplace was perfect, right? They had little stuff that happened, but I'm like, Molly.
Like, yeah, they had some things that was going on.
Molly,
but I think that
you bringing this on you.
Fit in because when it's all said and done, the chicks mad at her, don't want to deal with it. And the nigga that she was working with, they went with the chicks.
And like Issa said, what, you just going to be a partner and had no type of collaboration?
Right.
And it's only a matter of time for one of the partners to get mad at her. Right. Or even just little stuff when she was going to Coachella. Sis, it wasn't necessary for you to bring your work. Like, it was, it just, you.
Truthfully, she stood up for that shit, right?
Yeah.
She didn't want to volunteer for that.
Yeah.
She didn't even have to volunteer.
So recognizing that type of stuff, I was a little disappointed in Molly. And the only revelation she had at the end was that she's still kind of connected to Dro. Duh. Like, work through that, sis, right? If you ever too ashamed to tell your therapist who their job is to keep secrets.
That's all they do.
What? Literally no judgment zone.
A paid secret keeper.
Yeah. A paid secret keeper and no judgment that you're not even sharing with them, right? And then even how she called old Asian Bay at the end. What you see Asian Bay hair flowing? He look different with his hair down.
Yeah, he do.
Oh, Asian Bay. I like that he Asian though, because I don't think it would have been because you know what? I'm glad he's Asian. First of all, I'm glad to see the representation of Asians. Actually, the Asians come for the win this year because they get a lot of rep to that. I know nice looking Asian men, and there are plenty. But I think if he would have been a white man, it would have been too much girlfriend Tony Child realness to me. And I don't think I was here to see the prequel to Girlfriends Tony Child. Did that give that to you?
No.
Did you watch Girlfriends?
No, I can't.
For folks who watch Girlfriends, the way that Molly's acting now, if this Asian boy was a white boy, wouldn't have been just the prequel to Tony Childs. And I'm not interested in that storyline because I was barely interested in Tony Child's storyline.
Oh, okay.
But Molly, hopefully you do better and it opens it up to something. But you're gonna have to let Dro go. He got that baby. Like, just completely disconnect from that. What's going on, Issa? She getting in her groove, right? But she have Issa moments when she give up. Oh, this was hard. They told me no.
How many motherfuckers told me no?
Oh, Issa, you almost 40. Sis, come on.
In real life or in the show?
The show.
She just turned 30.
Okay.
Stupid.
He's about 40. And she talking stupid, right? And I don't know. Like, she went and applied for a job where she's a better fit. But again, it's almost reverting back. So the thing, I think, if she get that job at this other place that she think is beautiful, I think the lesson she about to learn is something you also should have learned in your late 20s. All these companies is bullshit. Do you know, like, sometimes the grass ain't green on the other side, right? Or it's greener because they fertilize it with shit. Like, it's going to be something. It's always going to be something that you're not going to connect to or dislike until you get your own shit.
Right.
Especially when it comes to kind of this nonprofit work and the type of work that Issa wants to do. I really think she should come up with her own.
Yeah.
Like, she should come up with her own nonprofit or organization. I don't know, party. I don't know what the fuck. But it sounds like the thing she wants to do, she needs to create her own.
Yeah, she does.
No? Or am I
off
I left field with that?
But I think that comes down to the what's the word I'm looking for? The ignorance. I don't want to say ignorance, but like, ignorance is bliss.
Being naive.
Being naive. The naivety of her role, right, is that she's so naive about shit.
She's making
these
she's making these, is it called lateral moves? You do the same. Like, she's not making any upward trajectory. Like, all this lateral shit. Like, why are you applying for the same shit you was doing at the other place, Issa? It's time to do something else, ain't it?
Right.
It's time to elevate.
Yeah.
You about to be 40. And what else is going on? I did like how she stood up to Molly though. Towards the end. I think Molly meant the best intentions by it, like by protecting her from Nathan coming. But like even what Issa's going through, like I think she's at the moment in her life when she wants to try to have a little bit more control, and it felt weird for Molly to take that control away from her. But in the end, she really did need to.
Yeah.
Not at that moment, right? Because she's talking about she wanted a low-key birthday and drama-free birthday. Why is it on your birthday shit pop off?
I know, right?
I get where I like to have a nice low-key birthday too. Or like if I used to want to do bigger stuff, but now it's just got to be me and Nero. Anybody more than that, I don't want to do it on my birthday. I want to do it the weekend before, the weekend after. So it just become an event. What else going on? Nathan, anything else about Issa?
No.
I like how she connected with old girl.
Yeah, I think that was a good move.
The pregnant girl's friend.
Yeah.
I got her name.
The party planner lady.
Yeah. Is it Tiffany? It might have been Tiffany. I don't know. Yeah. So I like how she connected and reached out to her and like seeing someone doing something that she really wanted to do.
Right.
Right. I think they're in a line, right? Maybe it's not this activity, but the idea of community engagement, the arts, and making a career out of that and being happy. So I'm glad Issa started making connections and network and building her community of support. That was what's up.
Yeah.
And also they were saying, why can't we just do this stuff in the black neighborhoods? First of all, my niggas, I've never seen a movie in a graveyard.
No.
That's a California thing, huh? in the graveyard. Did y'all peep that?
I seen it, and I've never seen that shit.
I said, wasn't no parks available. Wasn't no parking lots available.
No,
No beaches. It's California, right? Ain't
straight cemetery.
the cemetery. Would you like to be in Detroit and go to Woodlawn
Hell no.
and do it, and it's getting dark?
No. Nigga, no.
I just thought that was me. Maybe I'm a little too superstitious, but that one hitting it. Next, who we gonna talk about? Nathan. He said he got depression. Oh, he didn't say this. I'm saying he got depression and social anxiety. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's over for him, but if I was Issa, for her to be with me, to be with him, or us to examine our relationship different, he would definitely have to seek help.
Absolutely.
Like, if he's not willing to do that, his Obamacare don't cover it. We're all set. Your thoughts?
Agreed.
I appreciated him as a black man coming forward and saying that.
Agreed. That was definitely big of him to do whatever he did, step up. But yeah.
But protect your nexus.
Because if the shoe was on the other end, let somebody ghost my ass.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, how would Negroes feel if the roles were reversed, right? And he was really into her and she ghosted him. Mm-hmm. And she'd be like, well, I was just going through some stuff.
Well, niggas be on to the next one anyway.
Come on.
Meanwhile, Issa's dreaming about this nigga and having teeth falling out nightmares.
Oh, my God. About it why couldn't it just been a simple test? Like, I'm going through some stuff. I'm going back to Houston for, a few weeks. So,
right.
It might be 2-3 weeks before you hear from me.
It could have been something as simple as that, right?
And that's not even a vocal.
That's just a text. Hey, ring, 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 ignore.
Yeah.
Ignore call, send text message.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going through some things. I'm back in.
I'm in Houston. I'll call you when I'm back in LA.
Yeah. Simple as that.
So, nor do I know the advice his friends is giving him. So, like I said, he's not canceled, but he is. What's it called? On sweeps. What they do for the shows that they're like, we gotta check the ratings.
Oh.
We gotta recheck. We gotta recount the ratings.
Temperature check.
Yeah, we got a temperature check because he another one that's he a baby too. So is he 30? He 29 too. I guess they get a little bit of pass. Kelly, she funny, but Issa, I'm all set with all this. I'm all set with the physical comedy for Kelly.
Uh-huh.
That's it. I want more of her, but I want her to be more unpacked. Mm-hmm. I want more of the vulnerable Kelly, right? Like, even when they were talking about how she's asking about the pregnant girls, like, oh, was she going to be the godmama? Like, damn, that should have been a scene. Mm-hmm. I think I would like to see that, right? Yeah. Instead of her in a graveyard yelling across to, what's his name? Kenneth.
Quavion.
Did we fuck? This. Funny, but she can do so much more. I want to see her character unpacked more.
I agree. I get it. Like, you do have that one friend that's always on that shit. But
I don't know. Am I that friend? Because I've never had no friend do no shit like that.
But can I finish?
Yes.
But they are more, like I said, they're more than just that. Whereas when you see Kelly on the screen, it's always like, did I fuck that nigga? Is that my ex? Yeah. Hey, nigga, you my ex?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, you fine. You ain't my ex. Let me go talk to you.
Let me go fuck him. I'm like, shit.
I get it.
I just want that unpacked more. Like, she's funny, right? She's funny. And also, she co-wrote this with Issa. And shout out to Regina King, who directed this episode, right? So I don't want y'all to come get me or drag me or act like I'm not acknowledging that. Like, I know she's talented. I just need them to unpack this more in the writer's room, honey. I don't know if she can't write the script and write more for herself. Uh-huh. But I want to unpack more of her. I don't know nothing about her. I honestly could go for flashback episodes to how they met.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or just do be a whole episode. Like, could we do a whole season of flashback? Like, I don't know. Maybe, look, I ain't in the writing room. Let me not give Issa and what's that other man, Prentice, with the unique hair texture any more ideas, honey.
Before they take it and you don't get no.
Look, this be Nayan be mad.
No cred, no nothing.
Yeah, so I want more from Kelly. I get it. She's liberated. I get it. She likes to fuck, but what else? Right? I feel like everybody else is layered and complex. Issa, we got her. We have her laughing modes, but she's complex. She's a center character. Molly, same thing. Even the pregnant girl, right? Like, she's bougie. highly educated, like to keep up facades. But like we even seen the little guard went down as she was becoming a mother, right? Like Kelly, what is Kelly's guard?
I don't know.
And not tied to other person. Like the only thing she is, well, I'm losing my friend to a baby. And that was just 30 seconds of dialogue, honey.
Right.
Who's up next? Lawrence. What?
Lawrence living his best life.
Lawrence is living his best life. He has the clearest skin. He looks the youngest but the oldest in real life. Like shade.
Yes.
It's the truth. Right. And what is this him and Issa going back and forth? Is they together? Is they not? Is they gonna try this or they is not? Is you or is we?
I don't think it's that, but I think
yes, it is some tension there.
I think what it is that he is seeing that, the whole cheating thing and like how I can't forget his homeboy's wife. Yeah, but how his Chad wife is so easily like take him back. But he's like still dealing with this.
But right? I think Chad was like, it wasn't easy. I mean, the way he described it, like he watched Housewives, right. But it take work.
It do take work.
Yeah.
And I think, that was going through his head. And I think he was going back and forth with that. And I think if he haven't met Church Bay, he probably would have tried to pursue Issa more.
I don't think that's Church Bay.
I think that's Church Bay.
I think that's Bay from the Pregnant Girl Party.
Oh.
And they met at the baby shower.
I thought Church Bay and the baby shower Bay was the same person.
Church Bay scared him.
Oh.
May the power of Christ. Never mind.
Well, baby shower Bay, right?
Baby shower Bay. Yeah.
And like going in between those two worlds.
And low-key, she had upgraded Issa.
I think if he wouldn't have met her,
maybe
like he probably would have like tried to do the whole Issa thing.
Because the thing that she's going through, I shouldn't say upgraded, but a different phase of Issa, right? Like I feel like because it's a similar type of girl. He got a type, right? Who's into like certain arts and like they're very Issa and that other girl are very
similar.
They're very similar to me, right? They're just at different. One's just a little bit more polished, has a little bit more lived experience or common sense. I'm trying not to be shady. Than Issa does, but those two characters are very similar to me.
Right. The archetypes are same.
Yeah, like one is just more evolved than the other. So. But I gotta shade Lawrence. What is he talking about? All the girls that I want to date are needy. Nigga, what is you? Or like divorced. Since when is being divorced a scarlet fucking letter? Like, what you think her ex-husband gonna come peek out while y'all fucking? What?
I don't. Why is that a big deal?
The divorce.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wouldn't be a big deal to me. I'm like, bitch, is the divorce finalized?
Right. That's my name.
I mean, it could get complicated if you have kids, but I'm assuming she doesn't have any kids, right? I can even see if you like, yeah, she divorced with kids, and she's younger, so maybe the kid like 4 or 5, right? That's still young, right? So the dad gonna be in their face a little bit more if the kid was like in their teens, right? So I can see how that can be messy, and that's not something you want to necessarily deal with. But I'm assuming sis look like she don't got no kids, like she just maybe married young. And divorced, and that's something that's definitely happened. She the only one who telling her true age, right? Because we're definitely getting in that age range where we're having friends who's been married, right? And as I said, because my manager was actually teasing me, she's like, I'm going through so many weddings this season. I said, oh no, I'm not in the wedding season. I'm in a divorce season. Like where I have got, like I said, I ain't got like no weeks. I'm in the season in my life where everyone's getting divorced, and like that's the update. And I think in about 5, and my boss was like, oh yeah. She said in about 2-3 more years, it'll get back up with more weddings. And she said these weddings are better. She said the second round weddings are it. I said I'm waiting on them. She said, yeah, those first round weddings, them weddings I went to in my 20s, my 20s and early 30s were trash. She said, wait till you get your late 30s, early 40 wedding. She said that's a wedding.
They got money then. They can do what they want.
The energy different. The truth is different. Like to get together, and I'm believing it because I'm definitely in my low where you talk to people, you be like, oh, how so and so, how your boo?
Fuck that nigga.
Girl, I don't be, and I said, do what you got to do. Good, congratulations, good for you. Right, so I think we got a few more years before we start the wedding upkeep again. And lastly, why no pregnant friend? Tiffany, is it?
I think it's Tiffany.
Damn, she couldn't even make an appearance in the finale for Issa's birthday.
Nope.
To the point where, okay, I get baby girl's pregnant and maybe she's closer to being due, right? But we couldn't even get the FaceTime, right? You know where you be with your friend, but let me FaceTime you, and like we could show maybe Tiffany laying up on the couch rubbing on her belly or something, with the pictures behind her. Be like, girl, I wish I could make you, but Tiffany supposed to be bougie, right? I don't believe in bringing my baby to the graveyards, just a something,
right?
Like, I think that would have been super, super interesting. I don't like how they doing Tiffany. I need Amanda Seales on that season too. Because I stand for Amanda Seales. If y'all haven't watched her IG stories, it's hilarious. She actually about to pop, I think. I'm big. Like, I shouldn't say, like, Amanda Seales already popular. Like, she's popular. Mm-hmm. But I can go for Amanda Seales having her own show.
I can see it.
And I'm here for that. And I think they underutilize her in this show. Her and Kelly. Mm-hmm. Underutilized. And I want to see more. They should have. Because she only been in what? How many episodes?
2 or 3.
Or 1? What? Come on. It's Amanda Seales.
I hear you.
Huh? You got anything else to say about it?
No, I think it was a good episode.
Yep. So summary things up. A 30 lie. What? No.
A 30
That's
lie.
I mean, if this is 30, they're gonna have a lot of growth in 10 years.
True.
Because I think I'm immature as hell to be in my 30s now. So, and they more immature than me. So I don't. Anything else, Nero?
Nope.
Moving forward.
Yep.
I want to have a brief conversation on the idea of resetting after a burnout.
Okay.
All right. And how it ties to negative talk. So I think my first cue that I'm needing a reset or that I'm hitting burnout is that I have a constant self-talk going on. Mm-hmm. Like, even when I'm doing stuff, I'm being air quote productive, moving forward. I feel like there's always this underlying talk of negative talk. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to just unpack, Nero, with you. Just to say, like, ways to navigate through that, right? So when I have this negative self-talk, that's what I know I'm heading towards a burnout and I need to have a complete reset. And what I want to talk to you is, how do you recognize that you're heading for a burnout, and how do you do that reset? And then I figured at the end we can kind of figure out how to, because what you need to do is stop the negative talk to begin with. Right. But sometimes when the shit rolling, it's rolling and you got to work through it. So how do you know you're heading for burnout? Is it negative talk? Is it something else? And how do you reset from a burnout?
That's a lot.
What? Hello, are we put?
That's a lot. No,
Thank
I
you
would
for
say
watching Black Lip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, but what I would say is, like, how do I know I'm burnout? I think it's something that I can feel like all throughout my life.
Like, wait, your whole life,
like
or just
daily life? Like,
okay.
Going through. So, like, the way I wake up, the mood that I'm in when I wake up, the mood that I am when I go to sleep. Mm-hmm. You know, the actions I take when I brush my teeth, the thoughts and feelings and emotions I have around that. Wherever I'm going. So if it's work, like the drive to work, it's like the conversation to work, the walking into work, the saying hello to people, the checking in. It's like every action is like
hard.
A sense of dread, and it's almost like moving through mud with each action. That's how my burnout feels.
So it's not necessarily, mine is more negative self-talk, but yours is like a feeling, and it's a sense of dread, like a cloud,
right,
that's hanging over you,
that goes everywhere.
Yeah, because I think sometimes you don't know you're even going towards burnout, because the hard part about burnout is sometimes you're doing stuff you appreciate, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's almost two types. So you're doing stuff either that you hate, which leads to a quicker burnout, or it's even worse when you're doing stuff that you really love, right?
Yeah.
So I see it's almost like two types of people too, right? When you're navigating the world. So you have the type of folks who's really good, and I admire these folks, so they're really good at balance in juggling multiple things in the air, right? So life, personal, you know, all of that, right? Then it's other folks who I think sometimes as I'm getting older, I'm falling into this, that I have to have laser vision on what I focus on. And I focus on it to the detriment of everything else. And I don't realize I'm so deep into it until I kind of come out.
Until you look back up.
And that's where I think that burnout comes from. Because it's something I love, but you do it so much that there's no sense of renewal.
Right.
There's no sense of, you know, break or peace or anything. Mm-hmm. So I think that's important for everyone to like ask yourselves, ask your partner, ask your community of support, like what does burnout look and feel like to everyone? Because it can be different. Like I said, mine's negative talk, Niram's that, but there's other ways of doing it too. Overcompensating, right?
I think that, and I think another thing about burnout is that this thing of like you feel like you're going on autopilot and you forget like what the actual goal of the thing was, right? Yeah. So like one of the things that I've been looking into now, as I get my fitness vlog up, is like looking at some of these daily vloggers. Like I'm going back and forth on whether or not there's going to be a daily vlog, like how do they deal with it and things of that sort. And like one of the things that they keep saying is that I went from like me having fun to like me recording videos and things that I do, or to like just thinking about the content and getting back, and just and worrying about like, well, what's the content going to be?
Yeah. So just
versus me having fun and enjoying myself. Yeah. And the video is part of it. Yeah. So, once you start thinking about that,
secondary.
Once you start changing the mindset of like the things that you love to do to, being on autopilot, I think that's a sign of burnout.
Yeah. How do you work through a burnout, Nero? I always call the way I work through a burnout, I always call like a reset. I do a complete hard reset.
Yeah, and I am quickly call email bankruptcy.
Yeah, I do a complete reset on everything. But how do you work through burnout?
I think the same thing. Like, I think the other thing is like taking a break. Looking at some stuff that's inspiring. Trying something new. Doing something differently in a different way. But I would say like just taking a break, and the other thing is surrounding myself with people who can actually talk me through this, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's running, whether it's podcasting, whether it's blogging, it's like somebody that understands like where I'm going through, that I can actually talk to.
Absolutely.
That can like help me flush things out.
I agree. Yeah, like that's kind of a part of my reset routine. Like I have a point where I take, and it just depends how much time you have, a moment where I just do something completely that is just good for me. Like something that I want to do, no matter what it looks like on the outside, right? And sometimes for me, that might be staying in bed all day Saturday with the shades drew and eating hot Cheetos, right? I do that at least for a day, right? That's me just to say, stop, do it, shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Just be. Don't think, just be. And then after that, the next thing that I've started doing, I don't even know if Niram knows I do this. Sometimes when I'm burned out, like I almost go back to basics and write like problem and solution statements. So I'm burned out, right? Why? What am I doing at work? Why am I at work for 12 hours a day? Ain't no job where I should be required to be at work 12 hours daily, and it ain't my own business.
Yeah, I be wondering why you be at work 12
right.
hours a day.
You notice that I pull back, right? Like, and I write out whatever that is, and y'all have to figure out what it is at work, right? And then what is the solution to that? And if I don't have a solution to that, who is someone that can help me get to a solution? Right? Who is someone that I admire the way they do it, or I know they have the real talk with me and have the patience to walk through with me on this, right? Then after that, I kind of write the problems and the solutions, right? Then also I do the things that I'm missing, right? So if I'm burnt out, like almost what am I looking forward to, right? Because a lot of times I have a burnout because I'm not looking forward to anything. So I kind of also place that out and, write those things out. The next thing is kind of like what Niram say, I find a point to connect back to community, to connect back to source. That's almost what I said in a couple episodes ago. Usually whenever I have a burnout or episode like this, I'm apologizing to people. Like I'm being transparent to say, I'm so sorry for being a distant and not being the best friend that I could have been to you. Right. But I appreciate you. Like to the friend, my friends, like, you don't have to do that. I say, yes, I do. Like, I don't care if I have to do this every 6 months a year, but because I want to acknowledge that I care about you. Right. And you are important to my life. And I think that also helps in our relationship and process that sometimes when I'm distant, it's almost like with the Nathan thing, right? I think from previous conversations, click in their head, like, I wonder what she's going through. Because remember, I just had a friend, I was just talking to Nadifah when she called. She's like, yeah, I know. You've been a little quiet. You ain't said nothing. I was going back and forth if I should call you or anything because I knew you weren't going to call me. But I just had to do it. Right? So that helps build like these unconscious supports in place when you're able to be kind of vulnerable and do those types of things. Right? And then after I kind of connect to the source, connect with my folks, right? That's when I look at my routines and examine, right? So these were the problems I've had. These are the solutions I came up with. I want to make sure I have my community of support intertwined into it. What routines can I put in place to now help me have a more balanced life? And then you have to start it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like kind of this whole cycle of navigating through it and knowing that you're going to go through it, right? And knowing I think I talked about this months and months ago, knowing your own cycle.
Right.
So is this something you go through every 6 months? Are you an every month girl, boy, every year? Like everyone has like these ups and downs, and knowing it and really knowing how to hone in and break through that has been really important to me.
Yeah, you got it, because you got to know it.
Yeah.
Everybody has a cycle.
Yeah.
Everybody has a rhythm.
Yes.
And when you can figure it out and name it and claim it,
yes.
you can go work through it.
Yes. And not fight against it. Because I think in my younger years, I would try to fight against it and push through the burnout, which would cause me to plummet even like deeper, or crash even harder. And the harder to crash, the lower to crash, the more it takes to build up. Right now, where I can kind of get it, claim it. Like I said, to the point where, I don't know if I've just been around my friends so long where they're like, we almost used to the conversation where they're like, oh, child, you don't have to tell me, right? But what are you doing to take care of yourself, right? It's almost jumping into that. And vice versa for them, right? I do mine's a little more formalized than they do. But I'm picking up on their triggers and stuff too. So that's been beneficial. But the biggest thing for me that I'm trying to work on, and actually I found this article on Psychology Today, is basically ways to combat negative thoughts. Because I notice that's what sends me into my burnout. Is when I start having negative thoughts and I try to overcompensate and start doing too much and working late, getting up early, right? Like, I shouldn't have to do both, right? If you need to do maybe once a week or every other week, fine. But if I'm going to bed late, waking up early to do, like, what's going on here?
And then I think the other thing adding to that is that how you can do that for work, but and you can't do it for your own personal life. Like, how you can't get up early to read a book or exercise, or how I just think about those type of self-care things that you could be doing. Yeah. But you can get up early for work, but when you don't have work to get up early for, you can get up early for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thoughts. And I like to give y'all some tips, some resources, some ways to say you can combat kind of the negative self-thoughts. It's the first one is recognize that your negative thoughts. It took a while for me to even realize I was thinking negatively. I thought I was just thinking realistically. I thought I was just processing. No. Yeah, but when you get like they have examples of it, but the biggest thing they say is a lot of these thoughts are automatic. They just kind of pop in your head without any conscious or effort. So it's important. So the second that you connecting to it, to push it out. All right. Yeah. The next thing they say is look for evidence that your thought is true, which I thought was interesting, because when I think about negative thoughts, I don't think I'm ever looking for evidence or anything. No. I think it's just a repetition.
Or you already assume it's true.
Yeah, it's just a repetition of the same thought over and over again. But that helps you take yourself outside of it.
Yeah, come up with receipts. Do you have the receipts?
Are you trash?
Right.
And then the next one is look for the evidence that your thought isn't true. Mm-hmm. So to say, sister, I don't know if you're that bad.
Right. How do you measure trashness?
Yeah. What is the scale? Now I'm going to say something crazy. And then the next one they say is reframe your thoughts into something more realistic. So I always use this with the community of support. Like, I have folks around me that I can be like, I think I'm trash because of X, Y, and Z. What do you think? And I have friends that are like, yeah, you slipping on that, right? When it comes to personal stuff, they're like, yeah, you're slipping and you're not taking care of yourself. But when it comes to other things, it's like, no, I think you're over, you're overreaching, right? You're over rotating on some of your thoughts. And then next is ask yourself, how bad would it be if your thoughts were true? I think that's the kicker for me. So these negative thoughts, if they did come true, so what?
How would it be? How bad would it be?
Then, okay, it came true. Now what? Yeah. Because you waste the most time thinking about what would the outcome be.
On whether something may or may not happen.
People be daily living their worst nightmares that never come true. The outcomes we live in our head are much worse than what reality is. That's been a word for me definitely for the last year.
And sometimes my goal in life is just to be a mediocre white man. Because they just don't even care about the shit. So
it ain't even connected. They don't even know they into some shit to the shit that's there.
They don't even care about this shit.
They look at like a frog in the pot. They don't realize they getting boiled till they dead. Oh, this is hot.
And this is hot.
I thought this was a hot tub.
And, and I think that's funny because, I was looking at, one of my favorite bloggers is Casey Neistat.
Oh, and I have no idea why. I tell them all the time, why did he wash that man?
And she be like, that white man with the crooked nose. No. I don't understand
why. And the makeshift and some glasses he done made out of whiteout.
But that nigga is living his bliss though. And the thing is, it's
I'm not here for Casey Neistat.
He be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing something. And the shit just works out. And I think I think that's like the prime example of like getting out your head and just living outside of your head and figuring out shit as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I do it, like why I look at it, right? In addition to some of the shit that's kind of entertaining. But, I think we had a good conversation about this last night. It's like, how do you replace negative self-talk or things of that sort? Like, how do you snap yourself out of it? And I was just talking about how, like for me, if I do have a negative talk, like I turn it into like gratefulness. Like I'm grateful for X, Y, and Z. Or if I'm having negative talk, the best thing you can do is like to help somebody else out. So I'm sending positive energy to Alana, Elena, Alana.
All of them in the world.
All of them, right?
Yeah, and Juliana.
And Juliana. Like, turning that negative thought, that negative energy, and, well, if I can't do it for myself, let me try to do it for somebody else. And just stop and just take it like right then and there. Like,
nope.
I'm sending, like right now, I'm sending positive energy to blank.
Yep.
And I'm just going to keep repeating it. I'm sending positive energy to blank.
Yeah.
And like that helps me snap like that negative thought that I had in my head out. Because now I'm turning to like something that's deconstructive of me to actually something that's constructive.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that, Nerms. Mm-hmm. I like anything else you want to say? Y'all tell us what y'all thoughts on negative. Do y'all have negative self-talk? How do you work through it? How do you bounce back after a burnout? Do y'all have a reset routine? What are some tips and tricks that you use? We're a community. Put it all out there.
Absolutely.
More importantly, I guess this is something we can talk about before we close it out. How does it look like when your partner's going through it? Mm-hmm. Right? How do you best support your partner through this?
I think that's a hard one because I think for you, Nyambi fights back a lot more times than not. That it's almost like a constant. Whenever she got negative energy, the house has negative energy because we're constantly trying to get it out of her and have her realize it. And she's like, "I'm a Leo. I don't believe you.
Stop this.
I'm a Leo. I don't believe you. Yeah. And I believe what's in my head."
Whatever.
I'm like, oh, okay, Leo.
I mean, I think the overall theme is sometimes you have to take a step back and let them be and be okay in that being. Right? So, I think that's the hardest part when you're in a relationship with someone because you're like, you so much better than this. Your self-worth, like, you know better than this, right? Because you see them, right? You see it. And they don't always see it themselves. And because you're so close to the situation, sometimes they don't even believe you.
Right.
It's one of them things, oh, well, you're just saying that because you're with me.
Right.
And it's like, nah.
You just saying
this will actually be a perfect opportunity.
Right.
For me to check you. But, like, so that's sometimes hard. Sometimes the hard part is writing it out with them. Right. Without doing too much intervening on it.
Yeah.
All right, you want to close us on that? Yeah,
so as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blackandlovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blackandlovematters@gmail.com. That's black with no K. To leave us a comment about anything that we talked about, head on over to that website or leave us a voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's at 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later, and remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.